Hello and welcome to this short video which will discuss a quick introduction to markers. We will have a look at the different types of markers, why we use them, how we use them, and look at some examples. There are many different brands of markers in the market. You can buy markers individually or in sets. There are even sets of ready-to-go color combinations for architects and designers, which consist of markers that will work well with one another. Which brand you use is often down to personal preference. Typically, markers have two tips, a chisel tip and a bullet tip. A key point to note is to have a range of light and dark markers and several greys in different values. These allow you to experiment with tonal values and shading, giving depth and perspective to your sketches. Markers are a wonderful tool we use for quick sketches. They are very versatile in how you apply them and the effects you can get using them. Choosing to use marker pens for your drawing and development work can add colour, depth and tone to enhance your creative approach to your designs. You can express and define areas of interest very quickly, as well as highlight specific details within 2D plans and elevations. You do not need to fill in every aspect of the drawing with colour when using markers to add character, depth and tone to your drawings for two reasons. Firstly, light never hits the surface evenly, even a flat one. Secondly, leaving some white while using quick and confident strokes with a marker lends itself to having an exciting and interesting sketch render. Another key point to bear in mind when using markers is that paper can have an impact on the finish of the sketch, which is worth exploring when experimenting. Let me now take you through a quick exercise you can try for yourself to get a feel for using marker pens. Here we have a simple sketch of a cube against a background which we are going to add light, shade and tonal value to. First, I use a base colour of a light blue to colour the cube, using the finer nib of the pen, outlining the shape to begin with, and then applying the broad strokes using the chisel tip of the pen. Notice how quick this is applied and not necessarily neat. It is about working quickly and efficiently to apply the colour, something very useful when sketching ideas for development work. The benefit of using a light-based colour to start with allows you to apply a second layer of colour, helping to darken what has already been applied. This is what helps create tonal shade, adding layers of depth to your drawing by simply going over it again and again if necessary. Having done two sides of the shape, I now apply the colour to the remaining two. Again, not being particularly neat, as this is a quick drawing to demonstrate the effectiveness of using marker pens. Next, I use one of 3 grey marker pens. Having a range of greys, as mentioned, is beneficial in adding further depth or shade to your colours. Starting with a light pen, you can introduce a subtle tone. The darker you go, the more depth you will create, as seen here. Now for some background colour. This demonstrates how quickly and easy it is to block in a large space with colour. Using the chisel tip of the pen for definition, you can then use the fine tip to neaten the edges. We are using red as this helps the cube pop from the background. The same applies when adding the shadow for the cube. For this, I have defined the area first, then using the chisel tip, quickly blocking in the colour. The final step is to add any definition you might want, whether to tighten up the drawing or just to neaten the edges. As you have seen, I have shown a quick demonstration of some of the techniques you can use to apply markers to your sketches. Here are a few more complex examples of how these have been applied to various 2D and 3D drawings. I hope you have found this video useful. Have a go at the different techniques used here and remember to have fun with it. For more detail, refer to the how-to guide on choosing markers. You will find further information on being more accurate with your pens.